Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. Here we are back in London. Here's Noor, and it's not raining, which is fantastic for Noor, but it probably will later. Anyway, so today's video is ongoing about the wokeism in gaming, what's happening with all the different parts. Seems to be things happening so quickly every day at the moment that I can't even keep up myself. So firstly, just a thought of all this wokeism in gaming and the way they've done all these things, making characters more ugly, etc. And I was thinking, it's actually almost like a joke. If you went back even 5 years, certainly 10 years, and someone said to anybody, forget the woke parts, but just the making characters uglier, we're going to make games in the future where we're actually going to try on purpose to make characters uglier, and that's not really about anything other than stupidity, to be honest, then no one would believe them. No one would believe that major publishers and developers would go about making female characters uglier on purpose, because it would be obvious that that would be a stupid thing to do. It would be a crazy, ridiculous thing to do, because as I've said previously, women don't identify and want to be identified as being uglier. I don't care how woke they are. And obviously gamers, especially male gamers, won't want to buy games with ugly female characters as the main characters, or even subsidiary NPCs. So it doesn't make any sense. So it would be weird. And if you'd said that 10 years ago, everyone would have laughed and said that'd be ridiculous. But here we are. And that links on to my second point, which is things that have happened recently with Sweet Baby Inc. And it's about time, where I read recently, the last day I think, that their website has been deleted, or at least it's being rewritten so they don't sound as ridiculous as they did before, because they're in all sorts of trouble, and as we know, loads of developers are trying to distance themselves from saying they were using them, and they've been called out as being toxic, and they're struggling. And the thing is, I don't know if you'll know this analogy, but there's a famous it's kind of nursery rhyme, I suppose, or a fairy tale called The Emperor's New Clothes. And what it is he's an emperor in some unknown country where he's told that the things he's wearing are very elegant and they're made by a special tailor, but actually he's naked and there was no clothes. But because everyone's scared of the king, or they want to praise the king, they all tell him, wow, your clothes are amazing, because no one wants to tell him he's naked. And it's only when he goes out into public and some small child that doesn't know what's going on says, oh my god, the king's naked, that he realises, and everyone suddenly looks at him and laughs, and everyone's laughing at him. And that, in essence, is what's happened with Sweet Baby. Everyone has just pulled the wool over their eyes. I know gamers have been calling them out for a long time, but reviewers and plenty of other gaming companies, gaming developers, gaming publishers have just been closing their eyes and ears to what's been going on, as if they just can't see it. And then it's taken the things recently with some of the games that I've mentioned before, Concord and Dustborn and Star Wars Outlaws and and it's taken all that and things with Ubisoft, etc., for it to get noticed by the game developers and publishers. And it's as if they've just opened their eyes and suddenly gone, oh my god. So Sweet Baby Inc. was always toxic. It was always the emperor with no clothes. It was always something weird and strange. But it's taken something to happen, or a little run of different things to happen, for them to be called out. Because it's not that they were being subtle, like the emperor walking around without any clothes on. It's that they were really being obvious in plain sight. But for some reason, again, like that guy was the emperor and Sweet Baby represented wokeism and feminism, people were just scared to call them out. And suddenly, once one person calls them out, everyone suddenly points and goes, oh my god, look what they did. But in fairness to Sweet Baby, and that's not a term I really want to use, but because they're awful, but I would say that it's the people that ignored what they were doing and let them do it that was bad. There's always going to be people and groups and companies and in society where they want to do the wrong thing or do bad things, and the people that allow them are the worst ones. So if any of these publishers and developers had stood up to Sweet Baby in the beginning and said no way, especially when it got ridiculous like making ugly characters, then it wouldn't have continued. and it's fine for them all now to point the finger at Sweet Baby and those kind of influencers and say, look, it's their fault. But actually, it's not. It's the people that let them do it, because they were quite aware of what they were doing and they didn't open their eyes and see. So anyway, that's my little update on Sweet Baby and wokeism and how it's got to this. Like I said, it's a subject that literally every time I go on the media, go on YouTube, go on any social sites, I see that things have changed very quickly. They're changing quickly. The Ubisoft story is changing rapidly. And so is a Sweet Baby story, and everything to do with wokeism and these issues in gaming seem to be changing every day, and that's a good thing, because it's been a long time where nothing changed and they kept pushing out the same ridiculous rubbish, and now suddenly they're all running around scared, so it's good. So watch out for the next video, which I'm sure will be something similar in topic to this one. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks for watching Gaming for Gamers. Take care for now.